Good day, everyone. Father Jim here. It's Sunday. It is the 19th day of May, and what a glorious day it is because today is Pentecost, the great, beautiful outpouring of the Holy Spirit. It's the birthday of the church as well. So first of all, from our first reading from our liturgy today, from the Acts of the Apostles, I'll just read a part of it. Chapter 2, beginning with verse 1. When the time of Pentecost was fulfilled, they were all in one place together. And suddenly there came from the sky a noise like a strong driving wind, and it filled the entire house in which they were. And then there appeared to them tongues as of fire, which parted and came to rest on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in different tongues as the Spirit enabled them to proclaim. And turning to our gospel today, St. John chapter 20. Beginning with verse 19. On the evening of that first day of the week, when the doors were locked where the disciples were for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood in their midst and said to them, "Peace be with you." When he had said this, he showed them his hands and his side. The disciples rejoiced when they saw the Lord. And Jesus said to them again, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, so I send you." And when he had said this, he breathed on them and said to them, "Receive the Holy Spirit. Whose sins you forgive, they're forgiven, and whose sins you retain are retained." Yes, today is a great feast. It's one of the great solemnities, a feast day of the highest ranking of the church year. One might say it equals Easter. This is the feast of the Holy Spirit, the birth of the church. It is a joyous celebration with special colors and music. We give praise and sing, "Come, Holy Spirit, come," as we recall the story of Pentecost and the power of the Holy Spirit in our church and in our world. As recorded there in the Acts of the Apostles, the Holy Spirit descends on them, appearing as tongues of fire, with the sound of a driving wind. The Spirit empowers the 12 to speak the native languages of all those gathered. It says later in this same chapter that about 3,000 people are baptized and given new life in the Spirit that day. And from here, the community grows. So we celebrate this as the beginning of the church, born by the Spirit into the world. The Spirit has a history of giving life. The Spirit is the mighty wind that swept over the waters of creation. It's the breath of God that gave life to Adam. The Spirit anointed Israel's kings and spoke through the prophets. And by the power of the Spirit, Jesus was born of Mary. The Spirit descends on Jesus at his baptism and remains with him throughout his ministry. The Spirit not only gives life, but renews life. Consider the disciples in today's gospel hiding out in that upper room, fearing for their lives, feeling the sorrow and guilt of not only losing Jesus, but having abandoned and betrayed him. Locked up in their own misery, Jesus comes to them. But he does not come to condemn them or accuse them. Rather, he offers them peace. He does not dismiss or deny what happened. Rather, he shows them his hands and side. He comes in love to be reconciled with his beloved disciples. And then he breathes the Holy Spirit onto them. He speaks words of forgiveness and sends them forth just as his Father sent him. Those disciples are renewed. They are relieved of their sorrow and guilt. They are reconciled to Jesus, to themselves, and to one another. Their relationships are restored. The community is healed. And with the comfort and reassurance of the Spirit, they overcome their fear and return to their ministry. The Holy Spirit supports and sustains them, empowering them with gifts for the good of the church. The Holy Spirit has given us life as well, and given life to the church. But we are not perfect. Like those disciples, we will always be in need of healing and comfort. Thus the Spirit continues to be poured out upon us to heal our wounds, to give us strength anew. With every intercession, the Spirit makes on our behalf. With every word of Jesus, the Spirit reminds us of, and with every sacrament in which we participate, we are renewed. With new life in the Spirit, we are able to go forth to love and to serve the Lord. Come, Holy Spirit, and fill the hearts of your faithful. Let's continue to celebrate this great day with joy as we open our hearts to that outpouring of the Holy Spirit as we end this glorious and beautiful Easter season. May God's blessings be upon you always. May the Holy Spirit be one with us in directing us, prompting us, and sending us forth. Take care. God bless you.